Hey friends, welcome back to another video. This is going to be my 23rd week of pregnancy update, and this is for my second pregnancy. I have a son named Trenner who is 15 months old, and my name is Sandy-Kaye if you're new around here, and I would love it if you subscribe if you are enjoying this content and like this video as well. So let's dive right in and start with baby's development for this week. Baby is now, according to the Baby Center app, 12 inches and 1.25 pounds, so measuring in at the size of a mango this week. And as far as development, baby can now hear loud sounds such as a dog barking. Your baby's eyes are starting to move under their still closed eyelids. Your baby can feel your movement when you dance, which is kind of fun to think. Give a little extra dancing around and know that your baby is dancing along with you. And your baby's blood vessels are growing and expanding in the lungs. So let's go over my symptoms for my first pregnancy. I have them journaled right here. And I was using the What to Expect app, and so for that it says the baby is the size of a pomegranate, 11.5 inches, and 1.3 pounds. And as far as symptoms this week for my first pregnancy, I noticed that my belly was definitely bigger and that my belly button was really starting to be more tight and was popping out. And I noticed that I was really in a nesting mode. I was already wanting to pack my hospital bag and just really get things done. I don't have quite that urgency this time around. And I had a very hearty appetite. And I was going camping and enjoying like scotcheroos. I don't know if you've ever had them, but chocolate and peanut butter, if you've been around here, are like my favorite. And so it's like a sweet bar with chocolate and peanut butter. And I was starting to notice leaking boobs. So when I would like lean over the counter to brush my teeth, I noticed that my boobs are leaking. And it's interesting that my boobs are not leaking this second time around. I don't know if it's because of second pregnancy. I don't know if that would mean anything, but I am nursing my 15-month-old son still, so I think maybe that has to do something with it. Since he's taking the milk, it's not as engorged and spilling out, but that is interesting to just note. And I still noted that I was feeling great. I was biking, swimming, lifting weights, and enjoying walking. And I had more stomach aches and headaches this week, but other than that, I was feeling great and sleeping great, even though we were sleeping in a tent camping for my 24th week, or when I was 24 weeks pregnant. So let's dive into my pregnancy symptoms for this time around in my second pregnancy. I have my list of questions that I go through each week, starting with how far along am I? I am 24 weeks today. Total weight gain, 11 to 12 pounds for this week. And stretch marks, no stretch marks yet. And am I in maternity clothes? Yes. And in fact, I am really starting to only be able to wear maternity shirts now, as all of my regular shirts have kind of become crop tops for me now. How am I sleeping? I've been sleeping pretty good still. Some nights I feel not as great in the morning, just when my son wakes up a few times throughout the night. Then I definitely have a slower morning to start and feel a little more tired, maybe take a nap if I need it. But other than that, I'm still sleeping really well and able to fall asleep pretty fast. And best moment this week, I would say going to Las Vegas with my family. If you watched my last video, you know that we were in Vegas all week for a business trip for my husband. And so it was fun to have one-on-one time with my son. We enjoyed going to the Children's Discovery Museum. They had a fun like water section where they could mess around in the water, and my son, that was his favorite part. And we also just went out to different places for lunch every day and went to a park, and he just really loved being in a new atmosphere and trying out new things, just like I did as well. Missing anything? Nope. And then movement. This week was kind of exciting because I saw a baby move from the outside for the first time. I was at church, sitting there, and we were singing, and I guess this baby must really like music and definitely responds to it because I felt baby kicking in there. And then I just decided to look down at my belly, and I just saw a little boop from the outside, and it made me so happy. And really was kind of the highlight for my week too, was filling baby and also seeing it for the first time. And my husband has yet to fill it, but I think it's going to be this week that he's finally going to get to fill the little baby. Food cravings. Yes, I have had so many this week. As like last week, I still have a major sweet tooth, and I don't think it helped that I was in Vegas where I could splurge and have more things than I like, more options than I normally would. So I was craving all the cookies, ice cream, donuts. I didn't actually get a maple bar donut, but that was something that I was craving pretty hard, so I might have to splurge and get that still. But I definitely got ice cream twice while we were out, and just really anything chocolate and peanut butter I've just been really enjoying. And I'm really having to like tone it back a little bit because I notice when I do eat a lot of sugar that I don't feel very great. It makes me feel lower energy, and that's not very fun to have that side effect. So just trying to be mindful that I'm drinking enough water and that I'm limiting it to 1 or 2 treats a day. Anything making me queasy or sick? Yes, this week actually I've been super sensitive to smells, I've noticed. So just like being out and about in public restrooms has really kind of made me feel queasy. And for whatever reason, we were making some veggie burgers, and the smell of them before we cooked them just like really turned me off. It was pretty disgusting. And just other things throughout the day I can't really think of, but I just definitely noticed a heightened sense of smell. So that definitely made me more queasy at times. Gender guess, I'm still guessing with going with a girl. And labor signs, nope, thankfully not. Symptoms this week, I noticed I had more constipation than normal, just being out and about in Vegas, noticing that I'm not drinking as much water and having as many fruits and vegetables. And kind of a general thing throughout my pregnancy that I've had and noticed again this week is dry skin, especially on my knuckles of my hands and like my lips at night. I'll wake up and they'll be a little bloody sometimes, like just super dry skin, and definitely itchy, dry belly if I'm not super duper moisturizing it all the time. I've noticed again that my nails are growing super fast. I have to trim them more often. And then also I've noticed my body kind of letting me know I need to slow down and lower the intensity of my exercise. So, and I can still run, which is nice, but I've noticed I can only run a mile or less at a time. And so I'm just giving myself grace and trying to be okay with that. I do love to kind of do a hard, intense workout, so that's been a little hard, but that is something I'm trying to be okay with. Another thing is that I just feel super big. Like I've noticed my belly's in the way a little bit more when I'm opening a door to do laundry or just like looking at it in the mirror. Like, holy smokes, I'm huge. I don't know if it really has just popped this week or if I'm just noticing it or what, but it seems like my belly is growing every day. The last thing that I noticed this week was a really bad pregnancy brain or brain fog. I was making bread, and the worst part is that it's a recipe that makes 5 loaves, and I forgot the salt. So you better believe I'm not going to waste all that bread. So I put the 4 loaves in the freezer. Usually I give a loaf or 2 away, but obviously I couldn't do it this time. So I've just been like extra salting for like French toast, and you can't really tell too much if you just put a lot of salt in the eggs for the batter of it. But yeah, that definitely made me so mad at myself. Emotionally, I've been feeling pretty good. I've been trying to not get down on myself with noticing that I'm bigger, noticing that I've gained quite a bit of weight, even though it's in the normal range. Like, I think in general, it's just like hard to see yourself put on 11 or 12 pounds. It's like, holy smokes. So just trying to give myself grace this week and remember that it's hard work to grow a baby and that it's totally normal to pack on those pounds, and it's all for a good reason. Belly button in or out. It is still in, but definitely very firm and tight, trying to pop out. And thinking back to my first pregnancy, I don't know if my belly button ever did actually become an outie, but just was very firm the whole time. And then wedding rings on or off, they are still on. And happy or moody most of the time, I would say I am happy. Looking forward to anything? I'm looking forward to having a prenatal appointment with my midwife this week. It will most likely be on the phone, but just excited to touch base with her. And it's just, she's like my best friend, so it's always nice to just talk with her. All right, let's show you guys the bump. Here's my 24-week belly with the shirt. No shirt from the front side. It's getting harder to suck in now. But there's the belly. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I hope you will come back next week to see my next pregnancy update. See you guys later. Bye.